Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rail back with another review, man. Yo, it is Teller Tuesday. All right, what episode are we on? This is Sons of Anarchy, season 1, episode 4. All right. This one, what we gonna give this one? It was a half decent episode. I wasn't mad at it. It left more questions than answers. But they did get busy. Nice little Mayans versus Suns shootout. So I'm gonna go with a solid 8. I'm gonna go with an 8. Yeah, for sure. Only because I thought I was gonna get more from that Fed. I don't a lot of questions still went unanswered this episode. More hijinks ensued with Juice and Tig. But there was some things that we need to go over that was of importance between Jax and Clay's relationship. But yeah, so first off, the Fed is in town, and him and Hale hold a conversation, and he's explaining how. So really, Clay's job is to keep the town from moving forward. Thus, the agency, yeah, ain't no Starbucks. I ain't seen no fucking Jamba Juice. Like, you know what I'm saying? No McDonald's. Like, what's happening? Because Clay will thrive in a town that's small that doesn't have, mom and pop shops still are number one. Really, and it's not really that bad of a thing. Like, is Starbucks really worth all that? A Walmart? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think I would like a town where it's just mom and pop stores. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's eating. The whole community it's a rotating the money. So I'm not mad at Clay. Sure, he's doing it for his own nefarious reasons. There's a lot of money to be got, and the slower your town is, the less police attention, the less federal attention you get. So you get to do what you want. You got this police force in your pocket, but the bigger your city get, the more enticing it gets for outsiders to move in. Thus, the presence of the prices go up, and then the police force goes up, and more eyes is on your town, and that doesn't work for Clay. And that's what the conversation between Hell and the Fed is. But I'm not mad at Clay. He's doing one hell of a job. The man is not only running the club, he's running the fucking town. And that's what you find out in that conversation. And you even more impressed by Clay, the caveman. Like, how could you... Like, he's only been... he hasn't even reached the evolution of man yet. He's still at that lumped over caveman stage. His head is still giant. His arms are as long as his legs, or no, longer than his legs, but still, what's ticking on in that brain is marvelous. He's working it. He's one hell of a president. I'm not gonna lie. But it's just a conversation. It doesn't seem to be an official investigation by this federal agent. So I don't know. But we have another problem, right? Every episode, there's an issue, a mission, and then success. Okay, so the issue of this episode, we got a lot of guns from our Irish Connect. We don't have a building to build in. The feds are in town. We don't know we don't know really what it is to it. If they're here for us, if they're here for some other reason, but nothing's going on in Charmin. So it's fair to assume that any federal agent in town is looking into the Suns. And that's, yeah. I personally think it's Tara. Something going on with Tara, Chicago, grabbing guns, all type of shit. Tara was real mysterious in this one. And her and Gemma seem to have had like a little bonding moment in this episode where they didn't completely outright hate each other. Tara it looked like she went to the shop to go holler at Jax about some other shit, but used the car as a reason to get over there, the body shop as a reason to get over there. And then when she finds out, oh shit, he's leaving, Jax throws her off on Gemma like, hey, let my mom give you a ride. Like, you're good to go. And obviously, that's the last person's car she wants to get in, but to play nice for Jax, because everybody plays nice for Jax. Gemma, I'm just a loving mother. I'm just here to support you. Sure, there's no beef with me and your exes. It's all good. It's all love. I love Wendy. I love Tara. I love them all, Jax. You love them, you like them, I love them. So she's playing that role. And Tara's like, I kind of want them blonde buns. I like what we had. I think I want to get back in there. Let me play nice with your mama. I know you love your mama. I hate her. I hate her. But I want some of that teller. I want to tickle the teller. Alright? So Tara's gonna play nice too. Jax got that Jax smile moves mountains in these women. I don't know what it is. It's like watching James Dean on screen. This motherfuckers I'm surprised at how they even stand up on their own 2 feet without just fainting over young Jax. But so they take Tara agrees to that fucking ride, and Gemma, before she gets in the car, goes through her purse in pure Gemma fashion. Like, you know, what's up with this bitch? I don't trust. Gemma is a genius because she don't trust nobody, man. Like, she just gets this gut feeling. Like, I don't know what it is. It's not even womanly intuition. Like, it's deeper than that. Like, her intuition is something scary. It's like a 40-year vet detective that just seen everything. He just knows certain shit. Like, that's what Gemma gives us. It's not no mother intuition. It's not no woman intuition. It's much more. I don't know. Is it intuition or paranoia? I don't know. But she be right. You know. You know how I said. What's that term about paranoia? You know. It ain't paranoia if people are actually out to get you. You think everybody out to get you, but yeah, if it's, I don't know. I don't know how it goes. You know how it goes. Come on, come on. But yeah, so I don't know if it's paranoia or intuition, but she be on point. So she rummages through Tara's purse. Like, I don't trust her. What the fuck's up in here? Oh, a gun. What is the good doctor doing with the gun? But now we can relate. Now she finds an end. Now, because Gemma's only looking for a way to have a deeper conversation, not because she cares about you, but because she wants to get like info from you to later use against you. But she needs to snuggle up to you first. Like, you need to let her in just a little bit so she can fully fucking take over. And this gun is going to be the pathway into a conversation beyond Jax, Wendy, the baby, and our hate. Now we can have our own thing. All right, this gun. What the fuck's up with this gun? She doesn't get the answer she's looking for. It tells her, oh man, I was living in Chicago and it was a rough town. I was like, fair enough. I'm in Chicago. There's a lot of rough towns. Fair. That's possible. I know it's bullshit. Gemma knows it's bullshit. But it's a legit reason. And the city is on point to fit that description. So I'm like, okay. Gemma still don't trust it. But she's like, oh, okay. Oh okay. That's okay. Gotcha. No other reason, right? Okay, cool. So that's. But I mean, Gemma opened up about her father, and then they bonded over old men and them hoarding things and things of that nature. So that was the one thing they bonded over. I guess that was I mean, that's about as good as you can get between two women that hate each other. So yeah, it showed some optimism for a relationship there. But the issue at hand. Okay, so now we need a place because it'll be too hot to just set up a new warehouse in town, assemble these guns, and store them there because we still haven't found a buyer. Everybody's good on their case for some reason. The Niners, we're set. We don't need them yet. They can't sell nothing to the Mayans. I don't think the Nords and their meth business got a lot of beef, so they don't really need no guns right now. So you're just sitting on guns. I'm sure there's somebody somewhere in the goddamn state of America that's gonna want some AKs wholesale. So they're just sitting on it, they're just biding their time, but they can't do it with a federal agent in town. So off we go. So what can we do? All right, where we got some kind of close by help. Well, that's accessible. You know what I'm saying? The Mayans is on our ass, so they looking for retaliation. So that's also a thing. So then Clay comes up with an idea. Hey man, go holler at Jury. I look. That's how I heard it pronounced. Now I don't know if it's Drury with a dr, jury of your peers. You'll be judged by 12 of your peers. I don't know if it's that type of jury, or if it's like the southern version of like jewelry with a W, but they just slam it all together into jury. But okay. So the plan is to reach out to one of Jax's father's good friends, Jury, and his club to see if they can hold it down for him. Just hold these guns for him for a second. But the issue is, Jury's in Mayan's territory, and it's a dangerous ride, and it's just him and Bobby. But they need to go have that conversation because they gotta. But before they take the stuff out there, they gotta fill out to make sure there is space for these guns. And so Jax and Bobby goes on the recon mission. They go out there, chop it up with Jury. Jury's got a nice little thing going. They got nice little blue jean vests. All right, the Devil's Tribe. They got a bunch of the young women that's just readily available. The high price ones. High price. Bobby fell in love with a. He was like, he said something about I could get with that dark or some shit. I was like, Jesus, this. You cannot have this show in 2022. I should do, and what I should do is as I score this, I should go down all the non-PC terms that was used in each episodes. We got, obviously they say wetback. Then they got Clay calling them brownies. And then we have I get with that dark from Bobby. Like I'm just like this is not a thing anymore. You cannot do this. It's hilarious. Like when you watching it because you think back to a time when you first seen it and it was no big deal. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because you gotta think the past was wild. It was a wild place, and it's probably getting better. Some people like, oh, I like it the old school way. No, when you realize your wrongs and you do better, then the world should be better or attempt to be. So it's progress. Unlike Charming wants to stay exactly how they are. But yeah, it's every time I get there, I can't help but laugh. I'm not laughing at but it's funny. I get oh look at that dark. I get with that dark. I'm like Jesus, Bobby, but he was in love, and he did. Hey, he wasn't that goddamn racist. I tell you what, he took her to. He said his hellos took her to the back in .3 seconds to beat that apart. 1,200 a night. He said what? I can see it. I ain't got it. Oh, for me? Okay. But on their way there, Jax met a random woman who was just willing to ride out with him. Jax, look, ladies, I don't give a damn how good of a man looks. And that's also a thing. Like only back then could some woman just ride off into the nothingness with a man like hitchhiking or some shit. Like what? Right now, a chick would have to check in if you went on a date with a woman. You know how many people know you going on this date with this woman? Everybody she knows, like her sister, her mother, and her best friend know your full name. They got your license to your car, and they know where y'all going, and about time it should be done. And there's thorough check-ins. Why? Because you could be a serial killer, fam, and the woman is not going. Yeah, if she thinks you're attractive, you made her giggle when you're talking about dinner, that's cool. But she has a legit fear that you're a psychopath. And that's just how it goes. And women, I'm not mad at you. That's a good system you got. You know how many people know I'm on a date? If I've never feared taking a woman anywhere. I would never go to a woman's house, fellas. I don't know. Never go to a woman's house. You never know what's there. Rest in peace, trouble. You just don't do that. Okay, don't do it. But that's about it. That's about as dangerous as it gets for a man on a date. A woman has to worry about a whole slew of shit. So yeah, you couldn't get away with what she did. Just hop on the bike like, oh, look at his blonde locks. I'm out of here. Where we headed? I don't know. I'm not going. Listen, I'm fucking here for the ride. And through her was clever. She meets the chick from Hustle and Flow. I don't want to hear that right now, DJ. Sometimes I need my hair messed with, but not now. Yeah, that's my girl. That was DJ's bottom. That's the one who got him the mic. So Jax's little road thing meets up with her, and through her teaching the girl what's going on in the club, it's basically informing us how this club works and how the women feel toward the club. And when you go, why would these women just hold themselves out for these dudes? And they stay here. And old lady is so what we learned from her is old lady is the top status a woman could reach. Right. And, just random, fuck with some cash, get take care of chick, just do what you told, lady, is like that's the initiation for the club. So you get an idea of like, okay, so I'll see how it goes. They take care of us, we take care of them, and then one day you get chosen as the old lady and you fucking glow up. Like, okay, so we got the club, how the ladies look at the club. But I thought that was a very clever way in which to portray that information um through a new person coming in there. So it's like, oh, okay. She's teaching her, but yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning. Okay, it was a classic little trick, but I liked it. But anyway, the meat of it was um should we get deep into it or should we go with let's go with the shenanigans first. First part of shenanigans. All right, before we get into the whole thing. We got Juice and Tig's great adventure, right? It seems like we get more. Tiggs is like a reoccurring character. Like we don't see Chibs a lot, but we see Tiggs a lot. We see Juice a lot, and it seems like they have a relationship within the club to each other because Tig always hands Juice some shit, always gives Juice a mission. I don't know if he was maybe one day once his sponsor or whatever, but it's always Juice and Tig. Like this seems to be the duo. And then there's a big patch over coming, but we're gonna talk about that. Tig is salty, but Clay can only trust him. Now there's a funny scene per usual. There's a moment of levity when Juice decides to give a dog crystal meth. A guard dog, a Doberman guard dog, crystal meth, and in hopes that it would kill him, but no, it turned him into one of them things from Resident Evil, like one of the dogs with the skin missing off his skin and shit, like one of those hellhounds. Like yes, so it bites Tig in the ass, and then we come to find out that Juice gave him crystal meth, and fucking Tig's face is priceless. Like, the fuck? Are you a fucking. You use the word retard. He used that. And you go, Jesus, you can't say that, Tig. God, man. But it's just, it is what it is. This is how it was. But yeah. So, that I actually did laugh at that. I'm not going to lie. Because when he got bit in his ass and he looked back, he's like, just a hole in my ass. And I thought that was funny. So another adventure of Juice and Tig stealing a large enough vehicle to move the guns up there. Now, back to the main story. So the whole thing is Clay feels like the club is too weak to protect their guns by themselves. And at least if they were patched over to Sons, they would be under Sons protection. They could, it would be Sons business. He needs something more permanent because we don't know how long these guns need to be there. So they, instead of asking a favor of a longtime friend to keep some shit for a long time and take the heat when it comes, it's like, okay, we need a more long-term solution. We're patching them over. Now, Jax don't like it. A patch over is forced on you. They were doing their thing, living their devil tribe life, and apparently to be a Sons, it is real outlawing. Like they don't fuck around. Like you got the so what I've gathered from this is a devil's tribe is more like a yeah, we sell some ass, might hustle some drugs here and there, but we don't deal with the shooting. Like the Mayans is coming in asking for a piece, and I'm probably gonna end up paying it because my guys ain't warriors. They not shooters. They here to make some outlaw money and just go about their life. Like their biggest concern is not getting caught by the cops, right? And maybe an STD or two. Like that should be my guy's biggest concern. Now the Sons, y'all are with the shit. Y'all are with murder, mayhem, fucking war. You already into it. Once I become a Sons, I'm automatically taking on these enemies, and I don't know if my guys are with it. And Jax doesn't like that. And Jax wants to stay, but Clay won't let him. Because Clay's like, I'm going to do the fucking patch over, and they're going to get down to lay down, and they're just going to have to, he's going to have to learn to defend his own. But this is more than Jax because this is a piece of his father here. Like, this is one of his father's closest friends, so he feels responsible. Like he is living under that teller. He's trying to live up to his name. Teller means something and he wants to fucking stand by it. And if he could be a devil's tribe for 20 plus years, who are you to just come in and make him a son? Just patch him over. So Jax, right? And it's another good conversation between Bobby and Jax. You know, they get outside, Bobby gets done with his darkness and Jax is out there having a little smoke. And they decide to have a little conversation and Bobby lets him know, like, bro, you've been questioning all of Clay's moves and the club is noticing that. Like, are you good? Like, don't think that it's going unseen and you got to get that shit checked, right? We can't have this in the club. So right there, we see that everybody sees that, yeah, Jax has been questioning everything Clay does. But it's not because, well, maybe, but it's mostly because Clay is a sneaky motherfucker. Like, he will not give Jax all of the info. Jax be down for the plan when you tell him, because he might think, like, oh, it's a good plan, but he doesn't know your true intentions or what this plan really has. So you spin him. And Jax is not dumb. Clay gives Jax, like, Jax missions, like, oh, Jax will do this, no problem. And if I give him this reason, he'll fucking go with it. I ain't gonna tell him the real reason, but, I need this thing done. And Jax is no fool, so yeah, he's gonna be mad. Yeah, he's gonna question shit. But Bobby's letting him know, like, yeah, I'm noticing it. But in this episode, Jax goes a step further, even after that conversation with Bobby. There's no more questioning Clay. Now he's just gonna outright undermine Clay. So Clay said, no, you cannot stay. Drury's gonna have to defend his own people. Right? And so Jax internalizes that and to himself goes, all right. I mean, to Clay goes, all right, but to himself, he's like, fuck that. I'm about to kick it off. I'm gonna at least keep my people straight. So Jax's plan was to go seek out these Mayans like he did. Well, he didn't really seek them out, it just kind of worked. But they didn't see him. Nobody saw Jax. But he saw them, and then that's when it clicked. He said, fuck it. I'm gonna start some shit with them, have them follow me, and then we can maybe take care of them right here, right now. So he gets on the line before he starts any bullshit and say, they got me, they saw me, they on bullshit. I'm coming with company. Everybody, all the Mayans was in there buying fucking, Mountain Dews and Slim Jims and shit. They was just chilling. Nobody had a problem. Nobody even knew you was fucking outside, buddy. But he kicks over bikes, shoots shit, revs up his bike so they could see who's doing it, and give them enough time to all hop on, start up, and follow him into a death trap. But this is Jax's plan, and it's a smart plan. The Mayans follow him out there, and they got them surrounded. All the while, the Fed is snapping pictures and seeing all this shit, and it's a shootout. They take out a nice amount of Mayans, and they drive off. It looks like a couple, maybe a son and maybe a devil's tribe went down. But yeah. And Clay knew something was weird to that. He was like, "What? Why? Where'd you go?" He was like, "Man, I just went to go clear my mind, and these motherfuckers spotted me." And Clay was like, convenient. I tell you, no, you can't stay here for war that's gonna come, but somehow the war followed you. All right, I'm gonna let it. Okay. So Clay's not dumb either, but Jax has now fully undermined him. It was no longer questioning. Now he's willing to undermine Clay, and it was successful. And anybody knows when you do something wrong and get away with it, and you're successful with it, and you get what you want, it opens the door for you to want to do it more. And then the more successful you are at fucking people over or just doing what you want to do and getting away with it, the more arrogant, the more you feel like, oh yeah, I got this now. I am now making decisions. It is now my shit. So this was the first step of a full, I believe this was the first step of like, okay, fuck this. I'm tired of asking. I'm gonna do me. But yeah. So it was a pretty good shootout. I like the shootout scene. Another moment of levity. We can't get over this one. Half Sack made the big mistake. It was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? He went and said Gemma gave him a MILF chubby. And Clay was right behind him, and Tigger's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Now, I don't know. If I was, to me personally, if I'm the leader or something and then some young dude found my wife like hot, I wouldn't be too mad about that. Cause ain't that what you want? Wouldn't you want a woman that other people find attractive? Right? That's okay. I mean, I'm comfortable. This is mine. So I would want that. I don't want somebody that's like, oh, you ain't got to worry about her, fam. Like that's you, yeah. You ain't got to worry about her. She can go anywhere she want. She can go down back alleys at 3 a.m. It's fine. Nobody's gonna touch her. Like you don't. I mean, you could love, but you don't really. That's not what you're seeking out. You know what I'm saying? But it is disrespectful. So on another level, there's that. So even if Clay may not have taken it so personally, I would like to believe it's a thing of I'm your leader and you cannot talk like this. You can't do this. This is disrespectful. You are a soldier in my army. And what better way to get back at him than smashing a chick that half sack was falling for? To me, it was a bit over the line. It's bringing a gun out when somebody has slapped you. It's like, oh, you slapped me. Oh, I'm about to shoot you 47 times. Like that was the equivalent of what that was. A compliment that you wasn't meant to hear versus you actually smashing somebody I'm showing legit interest in. I'm fucking slow dancing. There's fucking gladiator sex happening in every room. Titties is flying out everywhere. And me and her are slow dancing in the middle. So clearly I kind of like this one. And, Clay takes his big like a caveman. I'm alpha, me. And then took her and had his way with her, which had to be disgusting. It had to be nasty. But she's such a pro. She's such a rider that ugh, yuck. But yeah, man, that was episode 4. I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. But what it left out there was the fan has taken a lot of good pictures. He witnessed an actual murder. So it's multiple murders. So yeah, I don't know what we're finna do with that. Cause I don't know if he's on official business. The way he just stood there, and who goes by theyself on official business? I don't see him reporting to nobody. And then before we leave, I gotta talk about the nastiest dirty Mac of them all. So Jax is back. He flirts with Tara a little bit, and then he go visits his baby. Right? And Tara gets a package that she opens, and it's Jax tearing something up. Right? They got her on all fours, stroking. And I'm like, the Fed sent this? That is dirty macking at the highest level. Tara sees it, but she's not really concerned what Jax is doing. Probably it stings a little bit. Nobody that you don't want to see nobody you interested in doing that just last night and then you flirting with right now, but we ain't together, so you kind of just got to deal with it. And what's more concerning is that this dude is here. She got an idea who gave these pictures to her, and fuck, I just brought some problems here. So that looks like what's gonna lead to the next episode. But dirty macking, I need to, for some of y'all who don't know what dirty macking is, it is when a man shits on another man in the attempt to get the woman that man has. So like if you and your girl is out, and then I come up, and then you go get drinks for her, and you leave her alone, and I slide up like, yeah, girl, I know you don't know me that well, but your man right there, I fucks with him, but he be fucking a lot of chicks behind your back like he ain't shit. That's dirty macking. You trying to break them up. You giving away vital information to her so she could leave him, and then you come scoop him. That's dirty macking. So that's a high form of dirty macking. You gave a fucking photo with the time and date of the incident. Like, is this what you like? So I don't appreciate that. He broke a lot of man codes with that one. But yeah, man, that's all I got here. So enjoy the rest of y'all Tell It Tuesday, man. Protect your health, yourself, your wealth. Your boy Rail is out of here, man. Peace.